Wayne Clark. I am the principal of this amazing school, and for these amazing fifth graders who brought us here today, we'd like to welcome family and friends. There's some staff in the back who are here to join us, all to celebrate some amazing boys and girls. Each year when I write your yearbook letter, I try to talk about something special from this year. This year, something that caught my attention was something that not a lot of people here in the US know about. The youngest person ever was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Her name is Greta Thunberg. She's only 16, she was 15 at the time when she started her work, and she's from Sweden. Last August, she began to skip school to protest outside the Swedish parliament about the need for immediate action to combat climate change. She must have some pretty supportive parents. I don't know what I would say to my daughters if they said, well, I'm not going to school. Well, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going down to Parliament with a sign. Pretty amazing. At first, she was really alone. It was just her with a homemade sign. But slowly, more people began to join her, and soon the media started to write stories, and the next thing you know, TV cameras began to show up. Her press surged around the globe as her story got out, and people listened to her courageous words. Between March and May, an estimated 1.4 million students in 112 countries around the world joined her call for protesting and walked out of mostly their high schools for a day to bring attention to climate change. Thunberg has now received various prizes and awards for her activism. She was on the cover of Time magazine and featured in a Rolling Stone article about women shaping the future, all at 16 years old. Her Twitter account has over 625,000 people. The Shamrock School is one of them. In March 2019, 3 members of the Norwegian Parliament nominated Thunberg for the Nobel Peace Prize. All these things happened in less than a year. And for a teen with a disability, Greta has been diagnosed with Asperger's, which is a mild form of autism. She recently delivered a speech to a packed house of adult scientists and activists at a climate change conference in London. And she famously said, "Adults keep saying that we owe it to the young people to give them hope. But I don't want your hope. I don't want you to be hopeful. I want you to panic. I want you to feel the fear that I feel every day. I want you to act. I want you to act as if you were in a crisis. I want you to act as if your house is on fire, because it is." She ended that speech to a standing ovation. Shamrock students, we have been here teaching you these lessons in school. You can all be an agent of change. If you feel the passion that Greta felt for something, you can make a change in just a short time. It takes dedication. Dedication to what you believe and the changes that you want for your school or your city or your country or even your planet. Stand up for people being put down. Work to fix the things that don't seem fair to you. Give your time, effort, and energy to the things you believe in. All it takes is hard work, because no one is going to just give it to you. Greta didn't ask for help. She just took a stand and refused to give up, even when she sat alone on that bench with her homemade sign. Greta believed and was dedicated to her mission. She didn't care if people joined her. She just knew she had to do something. And she has. For the last 3 years, students here have done lessons and yelled out loud, "Change is simple." It can be simple, but it takes tremendous dedication. Greta's story shows that you can make a difference no matter your age, gender, or even disability. From all the staff here at the Shamrock, we wish you all the best as you move on. We will be reading the newspaper and following Twitter to hear about your future accomplishments on the honor roll and the playing fields, on the stage and in our community, helping others. Carry with you always the luck of the Shamrock. Best wishes and congratulations. So this is the time we're going to invite the students up one at a time to, I know I'm always torn between calling it graduation and celebration. Graduation kind of says it's an end, and it is the end of the era here at the Shamrock. But there are still just a couple more years of school to go. So for our graduation celebration, we give a small diploma, and we're going to start with Mrs. Lazaki's. Joshua Andino. Dominic Alec. Aurora Burke. Christian Camargo. Adriana Caruso. Santino Castillo. Shane Camaro. Mia Cordy. Gianni Capernio. Jack Dorawa. Leo Esquivel. Wiley Jody. Nathan Kenyicki. Shivan Khanna. Natalie Martinez Portillo. Cole Robertson. Around for Patrick Roy. He unfortunately was sick today. Kyle Silva. Savannah St. Bell. Tina Bowe. Andrew Zelaya. And now for Mr. O'Halloran's students. Dominic Andino. Kaylee Curl. Denise Fentress. Kyle Yasharam Nunez Bastos. And Kawa Garajal Nunez Bastos. Antonio Gasparo. Gloria Hero. Ryan Kenny. Emma King. Michael Lund. Owen Ortiz. Emily Parks. Maura Saeed. Renzo Silva. Karen Souza. Mia Stefan Vidney. Max Titus. Will Turner. Drew West. And Haley Young. Our first awards are the Shamrock Green Awards. And these are given out to our kids who help with our school recycling program. They volunteer to come in early on Fridays, and they help the entire school with a really important job. As you can imagine, we use quite a lot of paper, and we recycle, we try to recycle every scrap of it. So a special recognition, we'll first have a student come up who organized all the kids and organized the volunteering. So a special thank you and congratulations to Emma King. And helping Emma with recycling on Fridays, a number of students. Will start with Kaylee Curl. Will Turner. Michael Lund. Adriana Caruso. Dominic Andino. Riley Joden. Aurora Burke. Gianni DiPrimio. Cole Robertson. And Kyle Silva. Our next award is for a group of people who take on a very important job every day. As you know, our school, we serve a large number of kids at breakfast every day, and we have an amazing group of fifth graders who line up our kindergarten students and get them safely to class every day. It's a very important job, not always an easy one. And these kids do it so well. They were a big help all year, and we just want to recognize our special kindergarten volunteers. Denise Fentress. Kaylee Curl. Savannah St. Phil. Aurora Burke. And Emma King. Another important award we have, each day we have students who show up right at 8:15 in our computer lab to do a program called iWriting. And it gives them just about 15 or 20 minutes in the morning. And we have some kids who help in our computer lab. They start the machines, they let us know when there's a problem, and they are kind of our mini tech support help. So there are two people we'd like to recognize for outstanding support with technology, and that's Emily Parks and Savannah St. Bill. Our next award is an important one, and this award comes from the superintendent's office, and it's called our Community Service Award, or a YES Award for Youth Engaged in Service. Kids had to keep track, and they volunteered for over 50 hours in Woburn in our community. And they each get a special award from Woburn Public Schools. The first one is Kaylee Curl. Emma King. Michael Lund. Max Titus. And Cole Robertson. Our next award is also a district award. This one is rather special because the teachers get to pick this award. Woburn has a list of character traits that we want our students to show us each and every day. And when a teacher has an outstanding student in one of these traits, they're allowed to nominate them for an award. So Mrs. Lazaki, she has a student who goes above and beyond with his trustworthiness. And Mrs. Lazaki has nominated Jack Durrell. Along with this award goes a great Character Congress t-shirt as well. Mr. O'Halloran has a student who shows great diligence, who doesn't give up, who works hard every day, and works well with others. This is her first year in her school, but she's made quite an impact in the first time. Mr. O'Halloran has picked Karen Souza for diligence. Our next award comes from the National Principals Association, and these are called the American Citizenship Awards. So this award is given to students throughout the whole country for outstanding leadership, school spirit, respectful behavior towards others, and volunteer work in the school and community. So not only do you get a great certificate, but there is also a pin that goes along with this award. And our first recipient of the American Citizenship Award is Aurora Burke. Adriana Caruso. Mia Corby. Kaylee Curl. Jack Durrell. Shivan Khanna. Emma King. Michael Lund. Natalie Martinez. Owen Ortiz. Emily Parks. Cole Robertson. Renzo Silva. Karen Souza. Savannah St. Bill. And Haley Young. Our next award is a special award that comes from a story that the kids had read with Mrs. Lazaki. On a day that changed our nation, one man found his calling. Wells Crowther didn't see himself as a hero, just an ordinary kid who played sports, volunteered for the fire department in his town, and eventually went off to college, and then to Wall Street to start a career. Through it all, he kept a red bandana in his pocket, a gift from his father when he was little. On September 11, 2001, Wells was at his job on the 104th floor of the South Tower of the World Trade Center when the Twin Towers were attacked. What he did next would alter the course of many lives. Instead of evacuating the building, Wells chose to take several trips up and down a stairway to help guide people out, many of whom were severely injured. Although he did not make it out of the tower that day, many grateful people did. The legend of the man in the red bandana was born. Tom Rinaldi, an award-winning ESPN reporter, brings Wells' inspirational story of selflessness and compassion to life in the young reader's adaptation of his New York Times best-selling book. After our 5th grade read this story earlier this year, teachers and students decided that a red bandana of courage would be awarded to 2 5th graders. The criteria for this award was simple: to be brave and to do the right thing. The 2 recipients of the Wells Crowther Red Bandana of Courage Award are Kyle Silva and Kaylee Curl. Our last award is a special one. The Thomas McDonough Award is named for a great former principal here at the Shamrock School. He worked for over 32 years with the children of Woburn, and he passed away while he was still the principal of the Shamrock. But his spirit lives on with us. His picture hangs in our cafeteria, and each year we give an award in his name to honor outstanding students who represent the traits that Mr. McDonough stood for: empathy, strong character, and determination. It's not just an academic award, but an award for students who can be trusted to make the best choice and to stand up for what is right, even when no one is watching. This year, as in all years, choosing the awards is one of the hardest tasks the 5th grade teachers are asked to do. This year, they were even stumped. So they decided to award 2 girls and 1 boy the award. I am extremely proud to announce the winners of the 2019 Thomas McDonough Outstanding Student Award, Shivan Khanna, Aurora Burke, and Adriana Caruso. Okay, now, I'm sure everyone is tired of hearing me talk, so we need a little more entertainment, so we're going to invite the 5th graders up for entrance. each year puts money aside to honor a former Shamrock student who works hard in school and is heading off to college. This year, I am very proud to report that our winner was Patrick Moore. A nice round of applause for Patrick. Patrick, come on up. Patrick is with us today. Patrick and his family have a long and current history with the Shamrock, so I asked Patrick if he wouldn't mind just talking to us all for a minute.
Good afternoon, and I'd like to begin my speech by thanking everyone who helped me along my way. I'd like to thank all my teachers, my mother, Mr. Clark, and the Shamrock PTO. I am so grateful to have so many great people in my life, and I don't think I could have done it without any of you guys. To the class of 2019 right behind me, congratulations, and I too am a graduate of 2019. So at least we have that in common. I know you might think middle school is going to be scary next year, but you guys are going to be fine. Believe me, I am 3 times more scared of college. And to everyone else in this gym, I am trying so hard to pretend I'm the only person in this gym. Let me tell you, it is not working. Like all of these newly graduated students of the Shamrock Elementary School, I too am a product of this school. This school is unlike any other school in Woburn because it is not named after one person, but a group of people. These group of people are on a team, much like the atmosphere you get here when you come to this great school. Other than the team atmosphere, the school also feels like it's a one big family, and we all work together in a unit to make students excel in future endeavors. The teachers here not only show students how to read, write, and do math. I still wish math was as easy as it was here, but I made it through at least. But they teach you how to be a good person and how to grow up to be a respectful young man or woman in the future. Most of the lessons learned here you'll use for the rest of your life, such as keeping your hands to yourself, listening when someone is talking to you, and when you might not realize, but to work hard, but still have time to play. Through my years, I have learned to balance hockey, my schoolwork, and when I got older, working at Winchester Hospital, serving food. And here at the Shamrock, they taught me to balance my time well and have fun while I was doing all those things. Another lesson learned at the Shamrock was to always respect everyone. From teachers telling you to look at someone when they're talking to you, to looking someone in the eye when you're in a conversation. Later on in my schooling, I learned how to shake a hand and properly introduce myself. And then to the parents, they taught me how to do proper manners. And some people just won't get that, but thank you for trying. And to the kids, later on in life, you're probably not going to want to listen to your parents, but they're right 100% of the time, so just trust me on that one. However, at the Shamrock, they gave you the building blocks to be a respectable young man or woman. Now on to the faculty. To Ms. Lazaki, I had you for preschool, a little bit in 3rd grade, and then closed out my career here at the Shamrock in 5th grade. You were the first person to push me out of my comfort zone and show me that it was okay to be away from my mom. On the first day of preschool, I held on to my mom's leg, crying, begging not to go in that door. And then the second day, I ran right in and didn't even say goodbye. Sorry, Mom. And then in 3rd grade, you taught me how to read and all about cause and effect. And then finally in 5th grade, you prepared me for middle school and made the transition very easy. Thank you so much for that. And then to Miss Osgood, I'd also like to thank you because going into 2nd grade, my father passed away, and it was a really tough time for my family and I, but you helped us through and were really good to my mother and everyone else in my family. So I can't thank you enough. And finally to Mr. Clark, thank you so much for being a bright and friendly face to me and my family every time we step through the doors. Also, thank you for nominating me for scholarship. But I really can't thank you enough for everything you do for us. To conclude my speech, I would like to say thank you to everyone once more. You not only taught me what I needed to get through elementary school, but how to be a respectful young man I am today. Here at the Shamrock, I also made a bunch of friends that I think not only lasted through my career at Woburn Public Schools, but through the rest of my life, I believe. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2019. I wish you nothing but the best in your future. Being from here, you'll do great things. Thank you.
Another scholarship that our school gives out is the Kathy Agresti Memorial Scholarship. And that's given out by the After the Bell program through the Boys and Girls Club. Ms. Agresti was an amazing fifth grade teacher for many years here at the Shamrock, and she sadly passed away unexpectedly only a few short years after retiring. She helped to guide me through my first years as a principal when I started here 13 years ago. She showed me how to give your heart and soul to the Shamrock. She served as a teacher, an interim principal, and the building assistant. She was an amazing woman, and I know our scholarship winner will represent her memory well. I'm proud to announce that winner was Deborah Bichette. So congratulations, Deborah. I'd like to thank the Woburn Public Media Center. They're here in the back filming for today. Instead of trying to produce DVDs and get them out to you, if you just search for the Woburn Public Media Center on YouTube, this is going to be posted to YouTube within the next few days. I also want to thank our fifth graders as a whole, but their parents working through the PTO as a class gift. They left behind a beautiful picnic table, which is already here and set up and on our playground. So thank you for that. And last, I want to thank someone near and dear, not only to my heart, but to all hearts here in the Shamrock. For over 20 years, we have been lucky enough to have a very special person work in our school every day. It's kind of funny, she was a part-time employee, but I think she spent more time here unpaid than paid. And she was here as a lunch monitor and decided to retire this year. So we have a small gift I'd love for Miss Sandra Lejeune to come up so we can say thank you. Thank you, Ms. Sandra. And lastly, we're going to invite you up to take pictures. We would also like to take with you the amazing artwork that is hanging on the walls in here. Mrs. McGurty said, feel free, just take them right off the boards. And Woburn High School sent over some of their art students to help the kids create their masks that are on display in the front foyer. So please feel free to take those with you. So one last round of applause. Congratulations. Good luck and best wishes.